If you plan to invest in real estate and you are looking to start well educated and know which mistakes to avoid and how to avoid them, well, be sure to check out the mistakes that I'm discussing in this video today. Now, my name is Lucas and I'm from excelwealth.com, and last week I released a video on real estate mistakes that I did in my own past. But while I was editing the videos, I actually found out that the video was almost at 30 minutes. Now, I had the choice. Either I leave it like that, or, and hopefully that you will actually like watching a super long video, or I had the choice, of course, that I, just cut up the video into two parts, just like this is the second part of the video, and then I would actually need to shoot a new introduction, which is this, because, the other introduction wouldn't work anymore for the second video. And that's why I'm hopping back on for the second part of this real estate mistakes video that you should absolutely avoid, especially if you're a beginner investor. And yes, most likely I'll be wearing a different shirt, as you can see today. And because, it seems like I'm doing magic, and in a bit you'll see me back in the other shirt. I know, but it's just revealing my magic to you right now, telling you this is a different introduction, specially shot for you. And we're still not done yet with the mistakes to make within real estate investing, at least for the mistakes I made. Yes, I did make a lot of mistakes. I wasted so many investment years in my life. And the third mistake is buying the wrong property. Yes, it is possible for you as an investor to buy the wrong properties to invest in. Now I see you thinking, Lucas, what are the good properties then? Well, you gotta see it like this. For each stage of a real estate investor, there are different properties to buy. If you're a starting real estate investor, for example, the easiest properties to start out with are apartments. In general, they're cheap, they're easy to maintain, and easy to find tenants for. The moment your portfolio starts growing bigger, you're actually able to take on bigger deals as well. For example, like buying a duplex, or even a whole apartment building with like 4 or 5 or even 6 units. And the reason why you do this is the bigger deals you are able to take on, the less competition you will have. And therefore, your negotiation skills will come in very handy. And yes, in my case, well, actually my very first property I purchased as a real estate deal was a single family home. And if you don't understand why this is a mistake, well, let me just tell you now. A single family home is rather expensive, and the amount of cash flow that you will get out is still fine. It's still positive cash flow. But because your one-off costs are higher compared to when you're investing into an apartment, the return on investment is far lower. And this caused me to grow slower as well, as my rental income was about the same amount of, to compare to the monthly cost that I had to pay. Now, it didn't cause me to grow faster, but certainly slowed me down in the whole investment process. But hey, for refinancing purposes, this property has a great equity growth and potential. So, in this whole story of mistakes, that is the good part, though, to make me feel a little bit better. And if you're still here, be sure to hit that like button down there and make it blue, as it will make my day better after all these horrible mistakes in this video to talk about as a real estate investor. Now, talking about mistakes, it is actually quite hard, especially to openly talk about all these mistakes. I don't know why I did this video. But, to understand that I have to edit this video as well, and then, watch all the mistakes again and again. Oh my goodness, that's confronting. And now for the biggest mistake I've ever made in my real estate investment journey. And that is number 4. Thinking that you can do everything yourself in real estate investing. Now, I always thought, I've seen the videos, I've heard the stories, I've done all the calculations. What can go wrong, right? Well, as long as you saved up the money for a down payment, you can just start this journey of investment in real estate and become rich eventually, as long as the numbers line up, right? This is like stepping on a train that is about to depart, and you've got all your bags packed and you're ready to go until you find out, what direction is this train going? And that is the moment you actually think, crap, I've spent several years of my life to get this journey started. Now I actually started it, but it's not the direction that I wanted to go into. Well, it's not always about getting into a certain direction. It's actually getting into the direction that, goes faster or slower. This is why it's so important to really set your goals before you start. There's a reason why they say good preparation is half the work. Now, I get the enthusiasm. I totally get the energy that you get the moment you can get started as a real estate investor. But you have to hold your horses and have somebody with knowledge and experience in the field next to you to discuss your ideas with. Only then you'll be able to, give yourself a great rocket boost. And otherwise, you'll just be like me. You'll wasted a few years of your investing life. We all know that. Time is the only thing we are not able to retrieve. And since you stayed until the end, I want to share with you how you can overcome all these mistakes. Now, I'll tell you this, it took me 3 years to save up the money for my first property. But it took me another 3 years before I found out what I had to do to take on the guidance of a real estate coach. And this coach, he wasn't a cheap dude, I'll tell you that. But he showed me how to do it. He taught me step by step. And now I've become a coach myself. I taught so many others on how to purchase real estate and how to do it well. Now, I'll tell you this, a good coach will teach you how you should do it, but he will also help you earn his money back. His investment in him. All the mistakes I made, I show and teach my students what I will do, what it will do to your portfolio, what it will do to your wallet the moment you do so. This is why it's so important to find the coach that understands your needs, and he needs to be your coach. I'm talking about he, but it could also be a she, of course. The moment you're done learning, he or she should be an equal to you. At least that's what I think it's very important. The one person you can talk to every time again, the moment you make an investment. This person should be very proud of you each time you actually purchase a property. Each time you think like, hey, I want to talk to my coach. Hey, now I hope that you enjoyed watching today's video. I've discussed quite some mistakes in real estate that I went through, in my own past. Now I hope that you actually will understand that this is not the reason that you should not go into in real estate investing, because you got to see it like this. You have to go to mistakes to learn, because it's absolutely opposite. For me, this was my way out of the rat race, because, I didn't have to work for money anymore. You got to understand like this. You have to make mistakes to be able to learn. But mistakes can be undone through time. And of course, a little bit of love. Of course, you got to give it a little bit of love. But as long as you believe in your strategy that you learn from your coach, the only thing what you need to do is continue. And the real estate will grow in equity over time anyway. And most likely, you'll be fine over time. And again, I would like to thank you for all your support, for watching all my videos like this. And don't forget to smash that like button, because that will actually, of course, influence YouTube's algorithm. And of course, if you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment down below in the description. So I will do my best to reply you as soon as I can. It's possible that I shoot a video just for you to answer your question. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I think it's over here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to become an XL crew member. I thank you very much for watching today's video. I see you next time. Happy investing.